But in a story we brought to you yesterday, Air Wisconsin stepped down from the MOV Regional Airport. Our Thomas Chase spoke with Benjamin Allville, airport manager for the Mid-Ohio Valley Regional Airport, on what this means and the next steps for the airport.
The Mid-Ohio Valley Regional Airport currently sees on average 12 commercial flights each week, 40,000 flights in total each year, and around 7,000 commercial passengers each year. Air Wisconsin was chosen to serve the airport back in August. Yesterday, it was announced that Air Wisconsin pulled out of the agreement. Benjamin Allville, airport manager for the Mid-Ohio Valley Regional Airport, said the announcement was a shock to him.
So we were expecting them to show up tomorrow. We had talked with them. There were a lot of actual good opportunities that were unique to Air Wisconsin that we could have helped with, specifically leisure travel. So they had excess assets and they had excess time and ability or capacity that was not locked into something. So we were working with the Chamber of Commerce and two of the local travel agents here.
Air Wisconsin was supposed to provide service under the U.S. Department of Transportation's Essential Air Service program. Contour Airlines is the current service provider to the airport under the program. With the announcement of Air Wisconsin stepping down, Allville said the airport is requesting Contour to stay until the new airline is ready for operation.
The big thing I've been telling people is I have no idea when that will be, because anyone that's starting up again, they have the whole logistics of how much time do you need, the lead time to hire people to come here. And it could even be that they're turning over the people who are already working here for Contour, but they still have to interview, they still have to train, they still have to do everything there to get everything ready and establish service. So that can take a while, so we don't know how long that's going to be. But I'm very confident that we will have an extension with Contour until whatever new service comes in.
With the holiday season quickly approaching, Allville said that many airlines do not like to do changes over the holidays. He said that the new service could happen before the holidays or not until January of next year. The airport thanks the community for their support and said that they are working to keep service here locally in the Mid-Ohio Valley. Allville said that they will continue to keep the public up to date on all information related to the selection of a new service provider. At the Mid-Ohio Valley Regional Airport, I'm Thomas Chase with WTAP News. This is home.
After years of planning and engineering, a new debris management system